I'm sitting, going to club, asking if you good. You disturb me.
Your face eyelash.
I don't
Get out of my face. Get.
Yeah, what's shaking everybody? It's your man J King, the one J King, back with another video. Host of We Just Here for the Crazy. Got my co-host here, special guest, Erica Kane. Say what up, everybody.
Hey.
So we're gonna be reacting today to this. We got a video, a crazy one. This Indian lady using the N-word, hard R on this black sister. So we're gonna see what's going on. I haven't watched the video, so like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to it.
Yeah, she's a nice looking Indian woman too, yeah, because she said the dreaded N-word. She's an attractive, racist Indian woman.
You got me? I'm sitting, going to club, asking if you good. You disturb me.
Your face eyelash.
I don't
Get out of my face. Get.
She's upset. The black woman's upset. She's in her car. Yeah, why are you filming? Now, I don't condone the use of that horrible word now. Yeah, that word offended me so much. It almost made me cry. I mean, think about it. We've been in this country for 400 years and they still using it. But look at it from this point of view. The words that she was using are hateful, despicable, I understand. But something led up to this. And she's in her car. She's being confronted with this by this lady. I don't know what's going on. I know she's pissed. I know both ladies are pissed. But this is the thing. I've been called the N-word. Yeah. What I do? Laugh. Is that best you got? I know, man.
Everybody
supposed to be upset about that?
Oh no, I disagree.
Everybody can't do it like that, though.
Yeah, I totally disagree.
We're gonna listen to black people's reaction. Yeah, to what happened.
Tasha, you knew better not to call that lady the N-word.
Natasha
but you doubled down. So now we.
But your name is Natasha.
You guys have not heard. This is Natasha Chan.
That's
She had an altercation with a black woman, and in that video, you hear Natasha clearly saying the N-word.
Hey Kevin, I wonder who started this whole incident. Yeah, you only got one side of the story. She made something very bad. Yeah, but she's being confronted by this other lady and she just lost her cool. Yeah. But come on, who do you think started the entire incident? I know who started it.
About 10 times. Now, in my opinion, that lady was trying to provoke that black woman so that black woman could put her hands on you.
Nah, that's not what happened.
She
got pissed off, so she tried to piss her off back. Right. That's the way it works. Really, who wants to...
No.
Who wants to get in a fight with a black woman? That's what y'all saying. She wanted to get in a fight with a black woman. Yeah. Who wants that? Nobody wants that.
As soon as hands got put on you, you would have definitely called the police and cried wolf. So we finna do you one a little bit better. Now, a lot of you guys are saying that Natasha works at Kaiser in Oakland.
Is that Wiener Schnitzel? Like she said hot dogs.
Or maybe Kaiser in Pinole. After a little bit of digging, she might actually work at Bank of the West. Either way, you calling someone an N-word or a racial slur over a parking spot is wild.
Oh, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Black people say that word all the time in the music. They're just normal, casual conversations with other black people. They don't use the hard R. It means the same thing. Yeah, I know.
See, but at the end of the day, like these two and it kills me how you have a few black people who say the same ignorance. Oh, it's been used for 400 years. Well, it's the historical context. It may be wrong. Like I don't agree. I agree with them to the point that maybe we shouldn't use it because say as you get older, you really start to understand the word. You really understand. You know what I mean? When you're younger, you don't really understand. But as you start to get older, you really understand. You understand the historical context and everything. There's no word used in the English language that other than like Jewish slurs, but other outside anything other than like a Jewish slur, the one that starts with a K, I'm not going to say it. But other than that one, the N-word is the most vicious word to use against another human being in the English language. It really is. And there's the historical context. Like I said, once you find out the history behind that word, so like coming up, I didn't really understand the history. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really understand it. So, you know, you throw it around, left and right, just leave off, you're always told, just leave off the hard R, and you're okay. Just making sure that people like you, growing up in New York, black and Spanish people use it. So, you know, and anybody outside of us was never allowed to use it. But as you get older, you start to realize, like, damn, the word is, regardless of whether it's a hard or soft A, it's an ignorant word. It's a hateful, it's a very powerful, hateful word, and you can get a powerful reaction from someone if you using that word against someone. So my thing is this: it's like you use it at your own risk. That really, that's what it boils down to. Every individual, you have to figure out if the people around you, or if it's okay to use in your circle, by all means, knock yourself out. Yeah. But don't try to use it outside of that circle. So, if you think you're just gonna universally, well, my friends let me say it to them. Well, we're not your friend. All black people ain't your friends. All Spanish people ain't your friends. And everybody, and all of us ain't trying to hear, you know, ain't comfortable with anybody outside of us using the word. So you can sit there talking about, well, they use it and you using it to your friends, this and the third. How I talk to my black friends and my Spanish friends has nothing to do with white people. White people have had plenty of years of using that word freely and as openly as they wanted to, and using that word usually came with a lot of pain and a lot of destruction. So before you like, well, before one of you white cats out there say, oh well, you guys say it to each other, we can talk to each other like that. Yes. You're not one of us. Mm. And the reason why white people, for real, even though that I'm with you with that we shouldn't be using the word. But that's our discussion. That's our fight. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with white people. But if you have a white person out there that you think you can freely use the word, I ask you this: do you know what it feels like to be a nigga? I truly that's not a rhetorical question. If you're a white person out there that really thinks that you should be able to use the word, I really ask you, do you know what it's like to be one? Do you know what it's like to feel like one? And more than likely, the answer is no. You got something to add?
Yeah. To counteract, I feel like when she was using that word against her, it was purposely used to offend. Not in a friendly nature as in African Americans do use. And yeah, I do think a lot of us have grown up with the word. But I also grew up with the definition of us actually taking that word and making that our own and reshaping the meaning of it. And it was the original reason why we changed it from the ER to the A.
Yeah, I was basically saying the same thing.
So we actually wanted to take something that was negative and try to turn it around, since it was constantly used, to hear something positive out of it. So even when you say we use it against each other, yes, we do. But that's just to change the light, the initial meaning and how it was used to make it in a different light. Now, as far as when others use that word, it's strictly to offend. It is not meant to be friendly as our brother, as our kin. And as she was using that, regardless of if we should use it or not, she was using it to harm.
Yep, she absolutely was.
And that in its own, regardless if it's a nigga or nigger, you're using that as an offense to offend another person. Which she kept saying it because she realized how much it kept getting under her skin.
Black people just sitting there calling each other the N-word. Yeah. And then when a black person about to shoot somebody, first word coming out of their mouth, the N-word. Yeah. Yeah. And it doesn't have that hard ER. It means the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Like black, blackie. It means the same thing. No, blackie sounds worse. He said hate brackets.
That's why I don't take anything like a lot. I don't take this shit serious. That's why this is for entertainment purposes only.
I'd advise you guys to go to her job. I would not advise you guys to go to her house, even though you guys have posted her address and her license plate.
Well,
At the end of the day, karma gonna spin that block real quick. And when it does, don't get your ass on here crying talking about some I need help.
Okay, y'all, so did y'all see that video of a black woman and an Indian woman getting into it? They was arguing back and forth in the Walmart parking lot.
So there's fight over a parking spot. I guess the black woman.
That's what I said.
That's what she said. So I think the black woman's gonna get a parking spot, but then the Indian woman came in and swooped. I got it, Leroy.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Arguing over parking.
Yeah, that's what she just said. So let's see.
And the Indian woman was,
said,
I think it was a Walmart parking lot. I don't know. Don't quote me.
No, I'm
But
thinking it's a
they was going
Walmart.
back and forth, but the Indian woman was calling the black woman with the hard R.
They're surprised because she's pretty much the same color as
need
us
them over
in
here
her,
when we got
right?
segregation.
This is like shocking
I
to
don't want
them.
to take them with us.
Those people do not see themselves as being black because of one thing: black people's culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
When she's using that hard ER, that's because she doesn't agree with black culture.
No, it has nothing to do with black culture. It has to do with everything to do with black history. Indians do not want to associate themselves with the
being
African,
slaves.
with the whole slavery. They
Nobody.
cotton pickers, like even Africans, even people in some
Exactly.
in African countries. They don't want to associate themselves with us historically.
Yes.
Because of the history, like it's a shameful part of history as far as a lot of people are concerned. People outside of the Black Americans community, we understand that was a painful time. Like the Jewish people went through a certain something, during the 19th century. They get to hold on to that pain. Culturally, we share a pain. Jewish people share a pain, but our pain. Nobody else wants to be affiliated with it. Nobody else wants to be associated with it. It's too embarrassing. It's too shameful. So as far as other cultures and other races of people are concerned. Even people who look like us, just as dark as we are, from different parts, doesn't matter. Cuba, doesn't matter. India, Dominican Republic, like black, dark-skinned people who are like dark-skinned like me, like her, like people who have some real tone, like the Indian woman cursing out this black woman. They have real tone, and when you stand in front of a racist white man with a shotgun, you just as much of a nigga as I am.
We all get shot.
all of y'all, every one of us are niggas. Every hard R, soft A, whatever you want to put it. When you stand, if all of us, that me, Erica, the Indian woman, the woman that she's the Hodge twins, if all of us are standing, we lined up side by side, shoulder to shoulder, and we got some racist white men with shotguns, some 1920s Klan members with shotguns and nooses standing right in front of us.
Hey,
Which one of us is gonna get spared? Which one of us? All of us are getting treated like niggas. Every what you think the Indian lady? What you think you're not gonna get shot or harmed because you got good straight hair? Like because you think that because that black woman buys your hair, she goes to the store and buys your shit? Are you crazy? Yo, everybody got it fucked. See, these are people who never had to deal with American racism.
Yeah.
That Indian woman comes here, she never really has to deal with American. You know what I'm saying? Her idea of dealing with American racism is minuscule in comparison to that woman that she's arguing with. In comparison to the Hodge twins, in comparison to me. We are Black Americans. The Black American experience is way different. The things we experience is way different than what other non-white cultures and races experience.
Yeah.
Completely different.
And then too, it's funny because in her country, she's considered the nigger because of her dark complexion, but she can come over here and feel like something has some superiority over the black experience because she's not the nigger when she's with us. We are. You notice that? A lot of them are crucified and where they come from. Because look, she's Indian. She has dark skin like us. And then in India, they criticize anybody who has dark skin. But you can come over here and you can feel like something when you're up against black people because now it's us.
Somebody a little bit darker than you.
Yes.
Now it's like, okay.
Exactly.
Right. Just because y'all share the same skin color, she shouldn't be saying that. No. Black people are our own culture. They don't see themselves as black. They're not black. They're Indian.
I'm thinking these black women gonna say, hey, why you use that word? You're black just like I am. No, you're not.
No.
Totally different culture. Totally two different races. They're considered Asian, right?
Yeah.
And she just kept
Black.
calling her that over and over and over again.
Man, this is stupid.
And You know,
What do
So
you
now
want
the
to do?
Indians
Pull a
is
Carmelo Anthony?
and they don't like black people.
No,
So that's what we're
not
talking
the
about.
case. Kevin, they don't like black people. Huh? You think India loves black people? Who really can say they love black people? Yeah, acting like that. Yeah, I mean, they try to paint that woman like she's anti-black. Yeah, this is the perception. People just got black fatigue. Yeah, this is what black people fail to understand. Y'all act like black people have people's perception of black people outside of black people. Y'all think they have this great perception of black people. Like, I know what people think when they think of a black person. It's not good. Yeah. But for some reason, it hasn't dawned on you that people look at our race of people, us, it's like scum. Yeah.
And we're supposed to just, and y'all sound like y'all saying that like that's a cool thing.
Y'all,
They saying that shit like I feel like everything that he just said is true. I agree with him. Like, he's not wrong. Are we just supposed to accept that shit? I'm not understanding. So like, even if I agree with, like, yeah, you're right. You said you like that. If that these two ladies, that black woman says to herself, you know what, you're right. I understand how you look at my race of people, and I agree with that. Is that what her response is supposed to be? I'm not understanding. Like, why is he even saying this?
and my thing is, look how you look at us. You talk about us like we're scum. You said nothing good about
That's
black
my
people.
point. Like,
Neither one of them, but you
are we supposed
respect
to accept
other
like
races
they just
to
accept it?
respect
Like,
us. Exactly.
you're a lesser, so you're a lesser there. So I guess you got over 3 million subs. So y'all getting some paper. So I guess what? Like, you just for like y'all getting money. So it's like, hey,
And
just
not
accept
only
it.
that-
I'll be your little nigger. I'll be your little pickaninny. Like, are you serious?
The key thing he said was, look how they act. We don't all, like, nobody said anything about how we act. We don't know.
Let's
like,
let him finish because
Like her using that word, I mean, it doesn't really, I don't care. It's just a word. I mean, it doesn't really trigger me or offend me because I don't see myself in that same light. Mm-hmm. You know, y'all, like, you're gonna probably see a lot of black women doing reaction videos to this because y'all triggered by that word. Because I think deep down, y'all assimilate with that word like she's talking about you. She's not talking about you. She's talking about the subculture that's within black people, that's in the black community that people cannot stand. Even black people cannot stand. Chris Rock had a joke on this. Yeah, there's a difference between black people and the ends, the ninjas. Yeah.
So now they got a problem with black people.
we know the difference between a niggas and black people.
But
we
they
know the difference.
don't.
They don't. They don't make a distinction.
No, they don't.
These two, like I said, it's for entertainment purposes only. So yeah, y'all two gotta do your thing.
Black women are just stupid.
And you know what?
What?
Does that include your mother or your grandma? Well, they look like they were like got one of them. They look mixed.
Either way, somebody in that line put something on a black thing.
Yeah, so what do y'all got black women in your pencils. Does that include the black bitches in your family?
At the end of the
guess
day.
I mean black bitches, because I mean, hey, that's y'all. It sounds like that's how y'all would describe them. So I'm gonna stick to y'all. I'm reading y'all script. I'm following your script. So you got any black bitches in your family?
They probably like black men.
I think that other ethnicities, because I'm not going to say other races, because
Everybody call us the N-word behind closed doors.
but I think other ethnicities
And they proud
that
of it, so they
call
like it.
black people the hard R think that they are whitey.
They don't think they're white. They just know they're not black. Just because we share the same skin color, like Indian people, they're not black people. That's Latinos, Puerto
They're
Ricans.
black
that don't
Indians.
that share my same.
Black is a fucking color. It is not a race. It is not a culture. It is a fucking color.
Tell them that.
Black is a fucking color. It is not. Look, then she's a black Indian. Regardless of whatever you put in front of it or behind it,
she
whatever
will be a
color you
nigger.
are, that's what you are. So when you go to the Spanish or Latin countries, when you go to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Colombia, when you see dark-skinned people, they are black Latinos. They are black Dominicans. They are black Puerto Rican. They are black. You cannot deny the color of your skin.
Skin color, but they're not considered black. They're Latino. Yeah, they have a different ethnicity. See, that's why they're so up in arms about
I
this.
think
Because no, you
I
shouldn't be
think
calling
they're
me that
referring
because
to
we share the
black
same
as
skin color.
African-Americans
That's not how it
because we
works.
have
Yeah,
adopted
she's
the name.
addressing
They trying
the
to make sure that
subculture,
that
the negative
there's no
connotation when you
connection.
think of black people. And that woman, I'm thinking, was acting like one out in the parking lot, and she called it that repeatedly. Now, I'm not justifying what she did, but I totally understand where she's coming from.
Yeah, but y'all are mad at y'all mad at the lady using the N-word for the wrong reasons. Y'all mad at her because she's the same complexion as y'all. And y'all say, well, how dare you call us that word? Y'all should be mad at her for just using N-word. Y'all trying to
That's why
say
we're
that she
mad.
shouldn't be saying that
No,
word.
that's
Everybody
not.
says that
That's
word.
not
White,
why.
black, Latino.
Because it was
Doesn't matter.
disrespectful. It
Y'all
doesn't.
mad at her for the wrong reasons. Y'all trying to say, well, you can't use that word because we have the same complexion. That's a,
We weren't mad at
Nah,
her.
it's not. It's not. Yo, it could have. She could have been calling her a bitch.
Yeah.
Just the demonstrative and disrespectful way that she was coming at her. It didn't matter. She was calling her an extremely intelligent person. You're an extremely just the way she was saying it.
Exactly.
It was very confrontational and it was very demeaning and disrespectful. No, I don't care what race or color. I don't care where you come from. No one likes to be disrespected. No one likes to be talked down to. No one likes to be demeaned. Yo, it makes you feel a certain kind of way. It brings out it makes you emotional.
Yes.
It makes you sad.
You're
It
right.
makes you angry, and it can also make you want to fight. Those four different emotions, those four different speeds, those don't apply to everybody. To all of them, they didn't apply to the young sister recording, the one who was on the receiving end of that N-word. She's non-confrontational. She didn't want no smoke. She not the let's get it on. You know, say she wanted to embarrass this woman and expose her, which that's her way of fighting back.
That's another thing. Like, well, according to them, they don't get offended by that word. You can call them the hard ER, and they don't care. And that's another thing. If you want to talk about black women, most black women reactions was they were going to drag her out. She has a very non-confrontational approach about this. All she did was film her, and that still was a problem.
It's stupid. It's a totally different culture.
They classify themselves probably as
white. No, they
white
don't.
tea. They
No.
feel like the white tea people, they feel like they're one of them.
Yes.
Hey, this is low IQ here. Yeah, they're not white. She's proud to be an Indian.
Being called
She's
low
proud
IQ
to
by
be
these two
Asian.
is a
Well, they
compliment.
say that
That is a compliment.
They say to us that we are Republicans, and the reason why we're Republicans is because we hate
makes sense.
being black. We want to be white.
Yeah.
It's just it's that same whole
Nah, it's
mindset.
not.
yeah, that's that same argument they always present because they have nothing
knew
better
they
else
was
to say.
Megan.
Yeah.
Oh, of course,
But
but
the
these
two black, y'all got some stupid takes. Okay, it's a word. She shouldn't have said it. Big deal.
Yeah, but y'all mad at her
And
because
so,
she's
because that's the only thing that makes sense. Because how are you, as an Indian woman,
Here we go.
which is a person of color, gonna call a black person the hard R? It would have to be because you think
You're
that
white.
you're white tea.
Dumb.
Yeah.
So stupid. Fake outrage. Black people call themselves without the ER. It still means the same thing in music and everything. And people are laughing at us. Man, y'all call each other the N-word? Well, it means something different because we don't use the hard ER. But it's a derivative from the word with the hard ER. Yeah.
that's
I
so
don't
it is
really-
direct.
Which
You
I
know what?
said, but so why?
Yeah, you
Why?
stupid too.
Yeah.
Get over it.
That's our fucking prerogative. This notion that we have to explain our every move, our existence, and why we do what we do, and why we say what we say to every fucking body. Like, yo, look, if you know what I'm saying, you don't like it, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what to do. Like, seriously, if these two, and not just these two, I don't want to like anybody out there listen to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a problem, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, go to your nearest hood, go to your nearest black barbershop, and pop off. Go say, express yourself. Make your feelings be known, and let me know how it works out for you. But sitting behind mics and cameras and talking your shit on YouTube, and you black and sawing black people's blackness as if the rules don't apply, as if the same rules that apply to me don't apply to you. Look, by all means, if that's how you look, do you. That if that's what floats your boat, I'm happy for you. But Don't do it behind the mic. Don't do it on social media. Don't do it behind the mic and don't do it with no camera. Don't do it with no look. Go to a black barbershop. Go to Harlem. Go to anywhere in Brooklyn. Go anywhere out here in Philly, West Philly, North Philly. Come through. Pull up. Express yourself. Say all this shit that you got to say and let me know how it works out for you.
I like to see that internal racism and racism period does not come with basic common sense. You said that us using with the A is a derogatory or derivative from the original word. Aren't all languages? Aren't they how they're formed? So what is the problem with us forming our own language? What about Spanish? Isn't that a derogatory from Latin? Aren't all? Isn't our English a derogatory of the derivative, whatever, of the old English? Aren't all languages a form and a preset of original language? So what is the problem with us taking a preset of a language and making our own like everybody else?
These two Negroes...
You know what the problem is whenever we do something that's considered wrong when the whole world does the exact same thing. You know what it is? It's anything to make us feel bad about ourselves. We have took this American language and made it our own for us to be able to communicate what all languages have done. And all cultures have done. Patois, all of them. Creole, all of them. So what is the problem with us doing it? You know what the problem? We got people like you to make it seem like everything that we do is wrong. We did exactly the same thing everybody else did, and we formed our own language within our own community for us to be able to communicate.
These two are just like, say these are like...
Racism comes with ignorance. You can't have racism or internal racism with intelligence. It does not make sense.
These two are just like...
And the one thing that has always perplexed me about human beings is we say how intelligent we are. Because even them two, with their demeanor or whatever, you can tell how they feel like they're so superior and intelligent, especially over black women. That we can't get past these little simple things like race, culture, gender.
Is Natasha Chan. And
it's never a black woman that's
my issue with her is because of the color of her skin, she's not black. She's Indian.
Okay.
Her background is Hindu. But let me just say this. I grew up with a friend that was from Ceylon, which is a little island off of India. And my friend Prashanti was dark skinned. She was darker than me. This young lady is darker than me. And it pisses me off because although Indian people don't identify as being black, my girlfriend Prashanti very much told me, just like black people in the United States, light-skinned, dark-skinned people experience racism. She said that a lot of the actresses and people that are in entertainment, the lighter-skinned actresses, or they, put makeup to make their skin look lighter, get most of the business. And she said that the darker-skinned Indians experience a lot of... So well would Natasha Chan get into an argument with a black woman and call her the N-word with the hard R?
Probably because she pissed her off. Yeah. I can say this. I guarantee you, people from India, when they get in a huge argument with a dark-skinned Indian person, I bet you don't call them the N-word. Say what? Say that again?
Exactly.
I bet you with Indians, like if you get like her, if she get in an argument with another Indian person and they're lighter than them, they're not going to call her
Negro, yes. It's all the N-E-R-O.
Yeah, I bet because she's got some color to her skin. Yeah. There's a lot of people that's got color to the skin and they're not from Africa.
Yeah. Where are they from?
G-E-R calling her ninja over and over.
All right, shut up. I'm gonna read these comments. Okay, look at these comments. People from India been racist. Everybody's racist to blacks. I wonder why.
Including you. Yeah.
Like, if I'm on public, somebody call me the N-word.
See, all these complaints that they have about black people and black culture now, they acting like racism just started when hip hop or something, or when we started sagging our pants and some shit like that.
No. Exactly.
So what is your excuse? How do you define? How do you excuse all the bullshit that we went through? That doesn't even go that far back, Stevie. It's not even need to go. There's no need to go that far. There's no need to go that far. You looking at me crazy. There's no need to go that far. Yo, there's no need to go that far. We can just go back. We can go back to people who are living now today, the 1950s, the 1960s. What was the excuse then? Because the hip hop, there wasn't no hip hop community. Our culture back then was black power, black pride, black intelligence, black excellence. We were striving for the same goal. We were fighting the same demons. So what is your excuse then? Because niggas act like you said, I don't know which one of these idiots said it, or if one of these cats said it earlier, but you recognize 400 years we've been here. So for the past, let's just say, I'll give you past 20 years. I'll give you the past 20 years. We've been cooning and buffooning, and we've been acting stupid. I'll give you that. So what's your excuse for before then? This the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. What is your excuse then? How do you justify being, you know what I'm saying, white people treating us like the way you think they should be able to treat us? How do you justify that? The hangings, the beatings.
They grew up in a household with majority white people telling them that the black side of them.
Well, you don't really know
shit.
that. You don't really know that.
No, by the way they act and
they act
the way
like,
they talk about black people.
They do got
everything. Every part of them, every relative, every white part of them was telling them how the nigger in them is all this. They was not brought up around any positive black influences, anything black positive. And I don't even feel like they was brought up around black people.
We don't know that. I mean, we don't. We don't know that. That's just speculation. You don't know that. We don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know their upbringing. We don't know their experiences. You don't know their history. So that's kind of, that's kind of a moot point. But I get why you're saying it though. I do get it, because we sit here watching these two dudes, just black Beavis and Butthead.
And you clearly know they got black in them. I just don't understand.
You can clearly
tell.
But
do you not know you black?
But they seem like they just might be on some, they might be like Steph Curry, just two light-skinned ass parents. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that these, just because they light-skinned don't mean that they, whatever their upbringing is, if say somebody told them wrong. Somebody told them that to hate yourself. But see, that's the price of admission when you're trying to cross over.
Yep.
You gotta show pure self-hatred. Once you try to be, once you dedicate your life and your existence being accepted by outsiders, and we all know what I mean by outsiders right now. I ain't got no problem with those outsiders. I love those folks, but I'm not trying to be them. I'm not trying to pay. I don't hate myself enough to want to be anybody else. I love myself, and I also love other people. I love other cultures. I love other races and you know what I'm saying, colors and everything. I love experiencing other cultures. But these two right here, they have a self-hatred, and it's catching on. It's coming. It's wildfire. It's just social media. A lot of black, it's got.
Clearly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You want to. It's a certain demographic. 15K
likes.
It's a certain demographic that they trying to be accepted by, and in order to be accepted by that demographic, you have self-hatred has to be on full display at all times.
Really, I'll just walk away. It's like, let me put it like this. Let me say this. That word has no influence over me. The meaning behind that word that I attach to it is what gives it all of its meaning. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? If I really felt like I was a sorry then that would bother me. Yeah.
But it's just somebody that I probably pissed off that tried to piss me off.
Right, just trying to get a reaction.
Or maybe, I mean, I've been called N-word plenty of times in life in California. This is crazy white woman because I cut her off, almost killed her.
Yeah,
I deserved it. I just laughed it off and said, sorry. I had it coming. It's like people at that word, okay, it's a horrible word, so what?
Never mind.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt me.
Yeah, it's like black people, y'all think this is frontline news. Man, this is crazy. You hear she called that woman the N-word over and over. I think that girl got charged with a hate crime.
Yeah, look, watch this. Hold on, let me do this.
I hope so.
She got charged with a hate crime, right?
I hope
Look
so.
at this. Well, they investigating her. Watch.
The audio. Folks from not even just around Pinole and the Bay Area, but even Los Angeles got a hold of this video and was asking me, was this your city? And unfortunately, the answer was yes.
Pinole's mayor says it happened on Sunday in downtown Pinole in the parking lot outside the Pear Street Bistro. He says the person who recorded the video is in touch with the city, and police are investigating this as a hate incident.
Okay, this is fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is fucking. That was the First Amendment issue. She didn't threaten no one. For what we see in the video, there was no threat. There was no weapon pulled. Nobody got their hands put on them. Why is the government? Why is the government even wasting their time? If it's like, see, this whole that.
I agree.
That's some far left.
White people cry wolf all the time.
These two grown ass people who had a disagreement and they went about they said this is what you want. This is you want people to when two people have a disagreement, you don't want them coming closer together. You want them to say their piece and then go their separate ways. You want them to go into their neutral corners. So when they do the right thing and you still going to investigate, like look, this woman does not need to be investigated. That is bullshit.
I disagree. Yes, she do. Hey, if it was me walking down the street and they felt like that I was too close to that dog, they call the cops on me. I agree. Prosecutor, that's a hate crime. Those are hate words. Give her a fine, a ticket. Make sure this is on her record. No.
It wasn't a hate crime. It was hate. There was no crime.
No.
There was no crime. There's no crime committed. Nobody got touched.
Those are hateful words.
The words you can't. That's what the Welcome to America, love. You know what I'm saying? It's called the First Amendment. You have the right. I can say I hate you. You can say F the NWA. One of our favorite rap groups had the song F the Police. None of them got arrested. And you know damn sure you damn well you wouldn't have supported any of them getting arrested.
Yes, but I'm not talking about that. They use the law against us to their benefit whenever they want.
That's not this situation.
Well, let's see what crime he's got against her.
A hate incident. Yeah, if she get arrested for a hate crime, that would be nuts. Okay, so saying the N-word.
If they got a law against it, then it's their laws.
And a hate crime is when you go up to somebody, hey, ninja, I hate you people. Why don't you go back where you came from? You in? Bam! Or you go online and you, what you calm down? And you go online and spread hate, like saying, death to all ninjas.
Police are investigating this.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, if they investigate, if they got a crime against it in their white books,
if that's a hate crime,
that's crazy. Like,
that's
crazy. We just watched this Indian woman. What y'all think about this situation, man? Like, is this a hate crime? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously this woman did something real. She said some real disgusting things to another human being, regardless of the skin color, the race, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She dug down deep in her soul to find the most hateful and disgusting words that she could possibly find to offend another human being, and that was her intention. So regardless of the race, or regardless of the gender, anything of that nature, it doesn't even matter. This woman clearly was trying to provoke this woman. She tried to poke the bear. She tried to hurt this woman's feelings. She tried to make this woman feel small and belittle this woman and just with the most nastiest words that this woman could muster. So, but my thing is, this is still not a hate crime. The government has no business investigate, wasting their time, wasting taxpayer money to even investigate this. So what do y'all think? What you think?
Well, what do you consider a hate crime? A hate crime is using words or physical form to hurt somebody, and it's racist, and that's what she did.
All right, well, I guess.
I say, like he said, what do y'all think?
I mean, I guess they'll figure it out. All right, see y'all in the next video. One.